told you about the expected matchups coming into tonight, and this here at 125 is where head coach of the Buckeyes, Tom Ryan, starts to get a little bit of that confidence back in his team, because look at the slate over the next 5 for Ohio State. And Greg, to your point, even after this, Ohio State with another ranked wrestler in Sasso, so the rest of the night, they've got guys in the top 12.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, 5 of them in the top 8, so it's going to be tough sledding here for the Panthers here on out. But who can get that big statement win if you're the Panthers? And really for Ohio State, in case the event that somebody does get upset, you got to be thinking, what guys here can get bonus? So that way then if an upset does occur, they are still in the duel. Because the Panthers, with a clean slate, just decision wins, the Panthers only need 1, and they get the victory. So that's where your eyes got to be as we're continuing on here.
I like what Keith Gavin had to say about the matchups in these lower weights. He looked at it as an opportunity for some of his newer guys, younger guys, to really take a step, make a statement, and prove themselves as well. No better way to do that than by pulling an upset on a top-ranked wrestler. And so Matt Marlow here at 125. We told you earlier about the injury to Nick Babin on his appendix. So he is out for about a month. And so it is the freshman Marlow taking on the redshirt sophomore, number 6 in the country, Brendan McCrone.
Yeah, Keith Gavin very happy with the way Marlow has come in here as a true freshman. Just mentioned such a hard worker, and he's glad to give him this opportunity to fill in while Babin's out for the next few weeks. So Marlow getting his chance to shine here on the mat.
And these two actually wrestled not long ago at the Clarion Open earlier this season. McCrone getting a 5-1 decision win there. I mentioned some of the depth for Ohio State. Also speaks to what Keith Gavin has built with Pitt. Even here at the 125 weight class, Babin the regular starter, but Marlow goes up against McCrone in the Clarion Open and battles him pretty well, holds it to a decision, separated by just 4 points. And off to a solid start here tonight, a couple minutes in.
And Marlow's gotten a couple of good opportunities here with his shots. McCrone able to hang on to those, get potentially dangerous. Being able to hang on to those ankles. Marlow, you just got to see if you can get a clean shot to be able to try to finish.
Marlow is from East Northport, New York. 4-1 record early in his Pitt career this season. Has not made an appearance in a duel until here tonight.
Good shot here from McCrone, and wants to try to get Marlow back into the center of the mat. Wants to step over, get a leg in. Good job by Marlow to flick that through. So we're near the edge of the mat. Good job, Marlow, catching that leg as it was about to come in those final seconds. And prevents the takedown.
No points. That one got Luke Pletcher on his feet. 3rd season with the Pitt staff, but a 2-time All-American at Ohio State. And Keith Gavin told us that Luke Pletcher just loved his time at OSU, and obviously was a tremendous wrestler for the Buckeyes so many years there, and really had an opportunity to win the national championship in his senior season. Of course, that was the COVID year, but he had just won the Big Ten title at 141. And Greg, that would have been a great opportunity for him to make a deep run, potentially win the whole thing. And just a brutal way for your college career to end. And Pletcher and so many others impacted by that, but great to see that he is continuing his impact on the sport here with the Pitt staff.
Yeah, I think when you look at all the different guys that lost their collegiate careers by COVID and not being able to wrestle in the NCAA tournament, there wasn't one person that my heart broke more for than Luke Pletcher. I mean, he was at the top of his wrestling game that season. He was wrestling phenomenal, just won the Big Tens. You know, he was building up for that moment, #1 seed, and I truly thought he's going to go in and win the NCAA title. And then COVID hits, and you know, he's not able to participate. And then obviously, college career is over because he was a senior. So it was disappointing that he couldn't come back and try to win one, because he would have been a 3-time All-American for sure, and I think he would have been a national champ.
I enjoyed what Tom Ryan had to say about him as well. He said Luke Pletcher's an animal, and talked about how they didn't recruit him out of high school right away. And the timeline was interesting because Pletcher, of course, had options and other coaches were giving him timelines, but Pletcher waited and waited, and Tom Ryan said he almost waited too long to finally have Ohio State commit to bringing Luke Pletcher in. And all along, Luke Pletcher stuck with the fact that he wanted to be an Ohio State Buckeye, and then what a career he had there at OSU.
Marlow trying to work through the body, out the back door, sent into McCrone. And we get a stalemate.
So Tom Ryan, of course, mentioned that he coached Luke Pletcher, but Pletcher, one of many accomplished Ohio State wrestlers he has had in his tenure. This Tom Ryan's 19th season. He won the 2015 Team National Championship, NCAA team runner-up on 5 different occasions. Ryan is the 3-time Intermat National Coach of the Year. And Greg, it's always interesting when we get these matches where you see the teams line up and seemingly every guy has a single digit next to his name, and it just gives you a sense of what these coaches have built at programs like Ohio State.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you mentioned those single digits, and you look at, I mean, we're seeing it with the injuries, and Ohio State's still stepping in with quality guys. You know, the benches sometimes, you know, even like 125, Vinny Kokiri's at Ohio State, but not wrestling because of McCrone. You know, he very easily could be starting somewhere in the NCAA and be a top 20 wrestler. So they just have the quality depth as well. And that helps in a team portion like this. McCrone just trying to hang on to that ankle right now. Gave the escape to McCrone to start the period.
Approaching the 1-minute mark, Tom Ryan looking for answers here from McCrone. Just about every match tonight has been really good. Of course, Pitzer ended up getting the tech fall, but aside from that, everything's been tight. And Greg, do you think Marlow maybe has a little bit of an edge on the fact that he just saw McCrone a few weeks ago at the Clarion Open and battled 5-1 decision win for McCrone in that one, but now Marlow gets to take what he learned from that one?
No doubt about it, and that's why the match is much closer here. Because you saw Marlow did not choose bottom. It's not like it was like, hey, you know, most guys are like, oh, bottom, second period, scoreless match. He did not, and that's because he's wrestled him. So he knows what to expect in the match and has a better feel for it. That's why they've been able to get more aggressive in the shots, too. Marlow's been hanging tough with McCrone this entire match. And now he's going to get stuck here, I think. Gives up the takedown, and he's going to give up some back points. Just don't give up the fall. If you're Marlow, you don't want to give up bonus. McCrone trying to get it. The 4 near fall points, though, will give him the major decision.
So a tough end for Marlow there, and McCrone's going to get the win in a major decision. Tough one there for Marlow, and have a feeling that is going to be a match where the score is not indicative of just how close it was. But McCrone gets the major to put Ohio State on the board in the duel.